is your love message? What is the energy around your person, the challenges, and the advice? Universe, Taurus person's energy towards the relationship at this time. What is the energy towards the relationship at this time? Taurus person's energy at this time. Let me do one more for the energy. Thank you. I do see a lot of things not being said here and wanting to balance the energy by communicating, wanting to come forward and wanting clarity because there's a lot of confusions. Their emotions are maybe all over the place at this time only because they really don't know where they stand with you because the energy is not being reciprocated. There's an imbalance here and it's causing your person to feel very confused. However, it's very hard for them to communicate with you because one is more controlling. So whether it's you or your person, there's a lot that needs to be said, but someone is holding back because one may be very harsh with their words or maybe acts very controlling, a little impulsive is what I'm getting, but needing to nurture the connection. Yeah, what I'm picking up is one is very sensitive, but the other is just very transparent, very quick with the words. There's like no compassion, but because maybe they're not aware that they're needing to maybe be more empathetic or show a little bit more empathy towards the person. That's what I'm picking up here. Like that's the imbalance here and needing to balance that out. Yeah, with your person by communicating love, gratitude, and expressing this. That's the overall energy. Wow, that was pretty much the challenges as well. Yeah, there's a lot of mental conflict here, not knowing where the relationship is going, not knowing where they stand. It's kind of like they're doubting the situation, they're doubting maybe the spark here, like it's dying, or it's kind of like a lot of detachment, tension, but drifting. Like you're drifting away from your partner only because there's a lot of tension and things that are not being said. What are the challenges here? What are the challenges here? Universe, let's step into the challenges here. What are the challenges Taurus person is facing at the time towards the relationship? What are the challenges they're facing at this time towards the relationship? We do have the most dependable knight here. This is also the energy. You came out with the energy. It's giving me they're not able to depend on you because there's no balance here. It could be like their emotions, something having to do with finances. They're needing maybe more validation at this time, but there is something that is causing a lot of imbalance. They're not able to depend, or they feel like they can't depend on you at this time. Yeah, a lot of detachment or looking at the situation maybe in a negative way instead of a positive way, kind of like let's say you overwork a lot, instead of saying like, oh, you work so much, you don't have no time for me, kind of being more compassionate, kind of thinking like, okay, you work so much because you're trying to build a better foundation for us, for our future, for our finances. Like seeing it through a different lens. That could also be maybe why there's a lot of challenges, but it's just an imbalance, not being able to depend, needing to also release distractions. It's getting me like there's a lot of energies that are in between, or your person thinks like there's another person in between, or maybe you overindulging, maybe spending too much time with your friends, or just not giving to the relationship. There is a lot that needs to be brought forward when it comes to the emotions, because right now there is no success, or they feel like there's no success, and they're needing to bring forward and overcome these challenges because they're creating a scenario or thinking that you're trying to challenge the situation, or that you're going to challenge the situation if they bring this forward. That's the energy. Yeah, like they feel very intimidated by your energy. Let me do one more for the challenges. Yeah, they're not really sure whether they should bring this forward, not wanting to bring this forward. Their emotions are controlling them at this time and needing to release this by communicating this with you and needing to trust that they're able to do that with you. But this can also be maybe because of a past situation. They hold something in thought, maybe when you overreacted, or maybe were very harsh with your words. Maybe you acted impulsive at one time. That is what I'm picking up here, whether it was you or your person, but not wanting to create more conflict, but needing to bring this forward in order for your person to feel maybe that spark again, the joy, the relief that they are still, that you are still connected to them or wanting the connection. Yeah, that's what I'm picking up. What is the advice here for Taurus moving forward? It was very hard for me to say all that. Maybe they do have a problem communicating. Maybe they are overthinking it. Yeah. So needing to work on this by validating your partner, validating their emotions, because there's a lot of challenges here. Needing to show up for your partner at this time and needing to make time for your partner. Yeah, by coming forward and offering them that security that they are able to express this without them fearing that you're going to overreact. Again, whoever is controlling in the situation, that is what the advice is. Needing to show up for your partner and needing to reassure them that it is okay to express their emotions, their thoughts, their fears. And there's a lot of pain here. Yes, they're reflecting over a situation where you could have maybe overreacted. A lot of challenges, and that's creating a lot of conflict because it's kind of like now it's a lot of restrictions, barriers, but because one of you is overthinking how the other is going to react. One is maybe just very emotional at this time, but needing to work on this by bringing this forward. Yeah, what is in thought needs to be brought forward and needs to be released at this time. Needing to communicate over this. What is the overall potential? Let's see what the overall potential is moving forward at this time. Knight of Swords. Again, a lot of things unsaid, no direction, not knowing where they stand with you or where you stand with them, because there's a lot of mental conflict here. But needing, again, we have the page of, this is the same card, needing to bring this forward and communicate with your partner and releasing old negative thoughts, ideas, that this could maybe end, or the thought that your person is no longer interested, right? That's what I'm picking up. Yeah, let me know if this resonates. What is the overall potential, the overall message, the last card, universe? Four of Cups, Six of Cups, reminiscing and needing to release this. In order for this to continue and for this to heal, you will have to release this and express this, communicate this, and needing to heal yourself, needing your partner to maybe feel secure with you, because I do see a lot of challenges. Yeah, but they do want this with you, because we do have the Lovers and we do have the Sun, but it seems like the emotions can be controlling the situation at this time. I hope this helps. Let me know if it resonates.